Up there.
There we go.
Okay. All right.
I'll keep working on it.
So we got to add the story of what's going on. There is a friend of ours who had a first date yesterday. I think it was yesterday or within the last couple of days. The date went well. And,
Did it?
Well, no. You got to give the whole thing. You got to lay it out. So the date went well. After the date, they stopped at a gas station. I'll add that later. The date went well. Goes to a gas station. The gentleman who she went on the first date with see a woman.
I wouldn't call him a gentleman, but keep going.
Okay, I'm just, ma'am.
The man.
Hey, walk with me. You can disagree after you walk.
Okay.
He sees a little chicken tender out there that has some assets that caught his eye. So we all know that there's a way of looking, and there's a way of looking and not getting caught or not being disrespectful, and there's a way that you look. So he basically turns his whole body around to check out this woman.
And this is per her, because don't keep going because I'm gonna add to that.
Okay. So he see this lady, and so she calls him out on the disrespect.
The date.
On the date. On the
date. His date calls him out.
Yeah.
The person he's on a date with.
Her date. And he says, and this is his response, I am a looker.
Bullcrap.
So then there's this dialogue or this conflict, this clash that takes place. So she calls out the disrespect. He says, I'm a looker. There's conversation. He says, well, I paid for this $200 date.
Whatever.
And, and basically, and so she, while that's not to mean that anything would have come of this date, but she said that they had plans to go, Netflix and chill, not with the expectations of something on the back end. But
I'm Netflix and chilling. It's going to be something.
Whatever.
Keep going.
So, and that all this information is out. So Venus and I, we've had this conversation.
But wait a minute. She also said, like, I'm not gonna, what did she say? Something about like white Jesus, Hispanic Jesus, black Jesus before I go out on a date, before I find a man. But let me just add this because, she's a very negative person. And I don't
say negative. Let's don't use negative.
She's a negative Nancy.
Okay.
And everything is wrong. She got mad because somebody sat next to her in a damn doctor's office. It's get over your damn self. So I don't really mess with her. That's his friend, because I don't do people who disturb my peace. I just don't do you. I'm too old for it and I'm not about to do it. So we're taking this from what she's saying, and then we're just putting it out there to what you guys think or whatever. I think she exaggerated some of it. To me, I don't have a problem with a man looking at another girl, because I'm probably going to point it out before you do. Hey, you see this chick right here? She bad. That's what I do. Hey, hey, husband, do you see? Look, she got a big old booty.
I am so rolling my eyes on this because I call BS.
Okay, so I don't do that?
So there's context that have to be applied.
Okay.
If I could not, our first date, I could not do that on our first date and probably get away with it. First off, I wouldn't have tried to do it on our first date. We're not talking about years vested in common interests. That's a totally different conversation. You like looking at women? I like looking at women. Your eyes may catch the woman before I do, and I'm like, damn. And you'll say, look, oh yeah, I like her. I have fun with her. Whatever stuff that you say. We're talking about first date, the representation of who you are, whether it's real or not, and going from there. If there's obviously, I think women have more expectations of a man than a man versus a woman. That doesn't mean a man don't have expectations. Let's be clear. I'll say this: if the woman, especially if I like her and it's a good date, I wouldn't make mention of that. But that's not a deal breaker.
Make mention of what?
Like, let's just say you see Idris Alba as your
Oh
guy.
my God.
If you
Hollywood.
the old saying goes, everybody got a doppelganger out there. If you see your Idris Alba,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll be like, and I call on you, and you tell me, look, Idris Alba is my all time. And then, okay, there's context there. That's his twin. I got a charge to the game. I'm gonna let you know, but that's not a deal breaker for me, especially
For you.
Yeah. Now, if the date was crappy, then then that's just the nails in the coffin. If we had a good date, I'm not gonna let a humanistic moment of 5 seconds deter me from what could be my future wife, or you gotta be politically correct, future husband.
It doesn't, or spouse, or my spouse. Future partner.
Yeah,
partner.
Thank you. So I'm not gonna let 5 minutes of a moment just wipe out what could be this future person in my life. That's what I mean.
But she's a different person than I am, and we're a little bit we're a little bit different. Hold on, we're a little bit different than other couples for sure. We're definitely more open. So you say I did something disrespectful on a day, but I don't agree with you. I mean, I just don't. I don't own you. When I'm dating you, I don't own you. Are we dating seriously? But you said it's a first date. I don't own you.
So my thing, I don't take dating.
But I don't take offense to you doing it because I don't give a damn. Because in my mind, it's like, okay. But hold on, because
I got something.
Because he made an excuse. I'm a looker. I hate this narrative that men think that women don't like to look too. We love to look too.
That's not the same.
Hold on. Women are visual creatures too. I like me a beautiful looking brown man. I love it. I love to see it. It is okay. I think black men are just a gift from the creator. I just believe that they just are. And so I love to see a beautiful black man. And I'm going to look at it as what it is. But I hate people to stop pushing the narrative that only men are visual creatures, because that's not true. We are very visual also.
I don't know where this narrative came from to say we're men are only visual. I've never said that. Do I think of the two sexes, which one is a more visual creatures? I'm going to say men are more visual than women are. And I will never change off of that. You will never get me off of that standard.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
But to say women, but we're not talking absolutes. We're talking in general. So you made mention of I don't own you, but there's etiquette involved in dating, especially the first date. Now, after you've dated a few times and you filled each other out and you kind of sort of got a better understanding of one another, then you can let your guard down a little bit. Then the real person rises to the surface, not this representation. So you've literally told me a story where I thought was really disrespectful when it came to a date, and I will let you out. Yeah, I told you, I called you that. I said, I even called you. I even said you HOE. I even said that you wench.
He did.
Okay, but I'll let you lay out that story in a second. The only reason why I'm saying this for this situation is because there's etiquette. There's etiquette involved in everything that we do when it comes to social interactions. Okay. There's etiquette. There's etiquette when you go to the bathroom. There's etiquette when you go to a bar. There's etiquette when you go to a club.
What do you mean for men? Etiquette by the bathroom, like you don't sit next to each other.
Well, even with women, I'm sure there's etiquette when
women are disgusting little creatures.
Okay, seriously. I get that, but there's etiquette when it comes to women too. There's
not really, because we're in stalls, babe. So it doesn't really.
Okay.
Okay. When it goes to women,
I can give you a simple example.
What?
What if somebody is on their cycle and some accident happens and they don't clean up after themselves?
They do it all the time. They're nasty hammers.
But is there etiquette? But isn't there etiquette? Because to me, there's bathroom etiquette and there's etiquette for genders.
Hold on, because when you say etiquette, different people are taught different things. So when it comes to stuff like that. So I think it just depends on what they've been taught. Now, I will say I'd rather use a men's bathroom the majority of the time, their stall, than a women's bathroom, because women are nasty. But I don't want to get off the topic.
Yeah, we're deviating a little bit.
But she said he said about the $200. Listen, I don't know where this shit came from. You can't buy me, especially for no $200, boo. You cannot buy me. And she ended up cash apping
No,
Did she do it?
I don't know if she cashed out them. She just made
said
mention,
that I can cash out
if money's the thing, we can do as Dutch, and I can do my
right
whatever.
Because you think $200, what that don't get you not a thing, but a great conversation. That's all it gets you.
Okay,
and hopefully I'm in a talking mood, to be honest.
Okay, so here's the thing: in the midst of that conversation, like the person that we're talking about can be a bit assertive, and I can see where in the midst of you feeling like you're attacked, then you just start throwing out things that, while they're relevant to the conversation, for the recipient, it may not be as relevant what you think it is. Just like when a person is argumentative or attacking you, what's the common?
Yeah, you get defensive.
You get defensive, or you start deflecting. One of the two, which they're both kind of similar to one another. So and that's what it was. That's what it was. That was his Hail Mary. Like, hey, well, shoot, I just paid, and it didn't land well.
But then when he said that, I'm totally done with you.
It exacerbates the problem.
You try to do that, but then I appreciate you. I appreciate when people are very truthful with me, right? Because the truthful has to be truthful. You have to be honest. It doesn't have to be hurtful. Mm-hmm. So when you say you're a looker, I know who I'm dealing with. I know who I'm dealing. It doesn't mean for me the date might not be over or whatever, because it's not a big deal to me. But for her, it was over at that time. My thing is, she's a negative person. She needs to rewire her mentality to get something different. Mm-hmm. I just don't think it was that. I mean, I have a horrible dating story. It is bad. It's bad. It's a bad dating story. But the one you were talking about, listen, when I was dating, nobody owned me. I dated. I did what I want to do. It's my business. Don't come by my house. Don't do pop-ups at my house. You should know better, because you get your feelings hurt. I went on a date with a guy. He went to the bathroom. When he was in the bathroom, the manager of the restaurant came over and gave me his number. I took the number.
You HOE.
I don't feel like I was wrong. I don't feel like I was wrong, because look, nobody owned me. Nobody owns me now.
Nobody says they own you, but there is a level of respect that individual deserves. Okay, like I said, if it's a bad date, then all bets are off. Let's be clear.
It was not a bad date. So
if it's a good date, you don't know. You could be, well, obviously not hindsight, that's not the case, but that could have been your future husband, and basically you were already mentally or half checked out already.
I don't think so.
Well, guess what? If you tell that individual on the other side about what you did, they're gonna be like, then you didn't take this date serious. No matter of fact, it wouldn't even been so bad if it's like you would get dropped off at the crib. Then you go back up. However you want to call it. Whatever you do. After the date is officially done,
we met up there.
Then, as I said, after the date, you are on a date with an individual. Then you automatically have some person interfere with the date. So guess what? Who's to say you aren't already checked out soon as that Idris Elba manager drops off his freaking number at your... the date is over, even though it ain't over.
But if it was Idris Elba, if you look like him, the date was going to be over.
But do you understand what I mean?
I know.
The date is over.
I think that men have a problem. Like, men have a problem with ownership, right? I feel like that's what men do. Because you said it before. You said when a man dates you, or maybe you've had intercourse with him, he's like, I can get you at any time. No, boo, you can't.
Okay.
That's not true.
So when I said that was from the standpoint of what's the term? What's the term they call? I had on tip of my tongue. Well, but it's that primal instinct of a man where,
like a hunter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's a primal instinct. That's all it is. In all actuality, no, that's not true. But the male ego and the alpha-minded mentality, yes, that's what we think. Now, are there maybe, let's just say a man is seeing casually 7 women, right? Are there 1 or 2 women in that group that will drop what they're doing to accommodate, appease, be an accompaniment of that man? Yes. And by that logic, that man think like, oh, I can do that with all of them, even though that's not true. But in our mind, we do, because just it's similar to like going, it's like similar to like you're a single male and you go into the club. What do? You walk around, you scan. Well, I'm telling you, you walk around, you scan the place, and you size up what you feel is your competition.
Oh.
And, but in most cases, a man be like, I can pull anything in here. Realistically, that's not the case. But an alpha male will think, man, look, I can get any woman in here. But here's the opposite side of that. You're not going to try to pull it because at the end of the day, because like some of it is like, it's a law of averages.
Yeah.
If a man talks 10 women and he get 2 numbers, that's a good night.
Damn.
Two might be low. Probably, I'm going to say 4. I'm saying, you still shoot 40%. You'd be like, shoot, that's a good night.
But you know, it's so crazy because even like when you're dating as a female, it is so true. You got about 10, 15 dudes in your phone, and those 10 to 15 men will drop anything that they're doing to come and hang out with you. So you might have 7.
I disagree.
We got double. Oh,
no, I disagree.
I can tell you for a fact.
No. I disagree.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you the reason why I disagree. Okay. Because guess what? The same thing I said about that is the same thing applies to women.
We don't own you.
No. Yeah, just walk with me. What you're saying, the next woman who he's with is thinking the exact same thing. Somebody win and somebody loses.
But it's not even like that because it's even still dudes to teach you, hey, what are you doing? Oh no, I'm busy right now. I'm out of town. I'm telling you,
Venus.
I'm telling you. Okay.
No. What I'm saying,
because I'm telling you, this is how this works with women.
No. We're digging in, but I like the topic we're talking about. No, what you're missing is in what you're saying. You might be with this guy that you said that you said you was 13 guys. I think you mentioned that number.
I said like 10, 15 guys on your phone.
And you said and you're giving it, that's a statement that's based in fallacy. Is there a few men in there that will do that? Absolutely. What I'm saying is you, Venus, there's 15 other Venuses that are thinking the exact same way you're thinking. And in that, some of them Venuses are going to win, but some of them got to lose. So they hit up Joe Schmo, and Joe Schmo may drop what he's doing, but the next guy is with that Venus that's thinking the same way, and she won. There's a winner and there's a loser. Same way with when you go to the bar, go to the club, and I'm shooting 4 out of 10, but there's a guy in there that won 6 out of 10.
I don't.
I
never went to the club for that.
But normally, well, not in this generation, but normally,
I don't know
when we grew up, men were the seekers.
Yes, now I do agree with that.
Occasionally, will a woman seek me out? Yeah, but it's more. But I would say it's probably 7 times out of 10. I'm the one. That's eyeing the.
It's changed a little bit now. I think,
but that's what I mean. All I'm saying is, it's like for the same women that rejected me. There's somebody, unless they're with somebody. If the woman's single, there's somebody that woman gave a number to that guy that I lost earlier that night. I didn't get the number. Somebody else did. That's what I mean. Okay. Somebody's a winner, somebody's a loser. You're going to win some battles between your competition, which is women, and there are going to be some battles that you lose. There's some battles that I win with men, hell, sometimes women, and there's some battles that I'm going to lose.
I'm pretty sure I've lost a battle with a man.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But that's the ego that you actually have to have in this space of dating. Like,
now I don't know about it now. I don't know about now because these kids are different.
I'm just talking about in the dating space. Oh, I love this conversation. All I'm saying is, it's like you actually have to have that mindset to get companionship. You're going to have to think that way. You're going to have to think as well. Even as a woman, you have to think a certain way.
I'm telling you, it's not that hard as a female to get, because there are, and it's like, oh, this person is really low on my totem pole.
Yes,
like I don't like this person for, I would say, ugly, although I hate to say that, but you're an ugly person, or this person don't work.
I know what you mean.
Or so, and it goes up and up and up, you know, on the total.
You categorize them.
Right. And what I'm saying is, so these people, when you're ready to call, well, I just want a little companionship. I'm going to call this person. This is 10 people on the poll, and I'm going to call number 9. They pick up the phone, they're ready because they're low and they want that attention from you. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that men understand that.
Oh, okay.
So where you have a lot more options than men do. You understand? You have a lot more options than men do, but they might not be what you want, what your ideal person is.
So you just said a key thing there.
Okay.
You said number 9 was ugly. Whoa, wait. I hate
to say that, but yeah,
No.
Say that.
But okay then, but that's like shooting fish in a barrel. That's so basically you are lowering your expectations because that's the easy avenue because it's like they view you as a wing.
Absolutely.
Because they feel like, well, I don't say they feel, but you know, even though they might have an ego of themselves, but they feel like this is like when men talk amongst their inner circle, then the reality comes in like, shit, I don't even know how I pulled that joke. And hey, look, we've all been there. Like, I don't know how I did it. It was a good night, or whatever the case may be. That guy or girl will feel like this is outside of their scale or range, so they are going to make accommodations. Yes, I'm not talking about the cellar dwellers. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the ones that you feel that are equal to you.
That's what I'm saying. But
so we didn't have context,
right?
Okay.
That was what I was saying. When you got 10, 15 men in your phone or whatever, yeah, you got 10 and 15 men, and even when you're married, you know, I tell you, baby, somebody on Facebook is bothering me. Somebody's in my DM, whatever, which I appreciate it. Thank you, because, you know, it makes me feel good by myself.
Watch your mouth.
I mean, you want to be pretty to somebody else besides your husband too, or your significant other.
You want somebody to stroke your ego.
Absolutely, you know, but I just block them real fast. But that's what I was saying.
Are you blocking them? Let me see.
I mute them.
Let me see your phone.
I'll straight myself out. I show them. I'll be like, look, they bothered me.
Okay. Well, but yeah, dang, we are. Damn, this has been a good topic. We are at 23 minutes. I don't know why so much. I don't know why it does that. Okay.
YouTube be really playing with us.
But this is a really good topic. But sorry, like, comment, subscribe. So we're gonna try to put a bow on this real soon because I'm hungry. But to going back to the original topic, I don't. I guess it's person to person. There's levels of where it's just it's a level of disrespect that there's no coming back from on the first date. That's a key component.
Hold on, like the person when I went on the first date. This is not the worst one, and the dude licked my lip.
Oh my God.
Boo! You are canceled.
Oh my
Boom! God. Canceled. That is disgusting and nasty. You licked my lip. You could have told me that you like licking, but you licked my lip. I'm done with you. I'll never see you ever again. Never saw him again.
Yeah, okay, but that's a personal thing that you have when it comes to like kissing.
Mars, you want somebody to lick your lip?
You know, okay. So if you want the honest answer,
yes, I do.
It literally goes back to what we talk about. It's based in that scale.
Oh.
Whoa, wait. So provide context. And this is just me talking. If this is a woman that I feel was outside of my league and she did that, I'd have no problem. Like, boy, touchdown, Florida State.
Oh my!
I'd be like, I'm texting. I'm in the group chat, boys. I got one. I reeled in one.
That's
now. On the opposite side, if this is just somebody who you call like low on the totem pole, I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to be mean or disrespectful, but I'm probably going to feel a little bit different about it. Or I'm going to judge this person differently because I'm like, if you did this to me,
okay,
how many other people?
That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm talking about somebody long term, like for me,
it don't matter.
And I hate to say this, but like somebody I view like as average. You might have something about you that piqued my interest, but you are average to me, even if it's superficial. Like, hey, you got a gigantic rump that raises your bar up 1 or 2 points, or you're very busty in the front, or you got, or hell, like I'm a sucker for dimples. Like hell, a dimple might give you a half a point.
Nobody cares about no damn dimple.
But nonetheless,
I got dimples, but they ain't in my cheeks.
Hey. So, but yeah, so that's what I mean from that standpoint. Like we got to call it what it is. Every person aren't measured or graded on the same scale.
Yeah.
And we're a little bit more tolerant, and that's kind of what society is today. You know, even in the workforce, like people who look a certain way,
pretty privilege,
and that's what it's called. And even some men too. I think it's more.
No, that's what I'm saying. Pretty privilege. I'm saying
some men get that.
That too. There's pretty men.
Or like in certain fields, like when you go to like
sales,
a cell phone place, technical support, they purposely, and I know this guy used to work in that field. They purposely will put people that look as they're young, they're attractive looking men and women, and they'll put the people there because people will just. You stay in the store, they'll talk to you. They'll even be
pharmacy reps,
loosely flirtatious with you. And it will entice, and even salespeople, they will entice you.
Pharmacy reps are pretty much
to buy earpiece, to buy.
It's true.
I mean, and like everything is a plus. But going back to the topic, that's what I'm saying. Looks, people are graded differently on superficial features, whatever they are.
I want to for her. I think she's going to push. She's going to push the narrative of, I'm a black woman. I'm black too, and then I ain't no good black men out here. I have to stop people with that because it really annoys me because I have black children. I have black sons. All I have are boys or whatever. But then with her, it's just she attracts what she gets, and she's never going to find anybody. And if you think you're perfect, get off your damn high horse because you ain't perfect. She's a pretty woman. She is pretty, but her vibe be killing me. Her vibe be killing my vibe, and I just can't do it. Oh, it does. It disturbs my peace. I don't want people to disturb my peace. She's just too negative, and she's going to attract that. It wasn't that bad to blast a dude on social media. And she didn't put his name. She didn't put his name, no. But it wasn't that bad to do that. Or what have you. Just move on to the next guy, and you're just dating. You're dating to have fun. You're dating to learn about yourself, to learn what you want to learn what you want to have in a spouse. That's why you're dating. Didn't you say she had a fiance before?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I honestly don't even know the story behind it, but I know the story that she put out. Because obviously there's two sides to a story.
What's three? And his, her, and the truth.
And this is just my belief. I'm kind of like, I know you well enough to know that there's more to the story than what you say. I don't think you've invested this time, energy, money, all these things to abruptly be like, I'm done. They were
about to get married, about a date.
They took their those pictures, the pictures that you take.
Oh, the engagement.
Yeah.
That's pretty, because that's not cheap.
Yeah, so you got a ring. You got this isn't like the entry point. This is like we are in the later stages to where now we have. I'm assuming if you taking the photos that you already have a wedding dress. You probably
you don't have a wedding dress yet. You're about to set the date.
Well, no. This was a bridal dress.
Oh, she had a dress.
So my assumption is you probably have the venue. The only thing you haven't done is set the date and sent out the invite. That's everything else is in place. So that means you are like right there at the end.
Yeah.
For a person to, or the story for the person to have just walked away, there's more to the story. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt because she is a friend of mine, but there's enough facts on the table to say that this person didn't just walk away. There's some more to the story. Now, hey, look, I don't like when friends or social friends give this supporting like threads that come with that. Like there gets to a point to where a true friend is going to be like, girl, okay, something is going on here. They
I've done it.
Okay. Like it's almost like a check. Yeah. Like, okay, hey, I'm gonna ride or die for you. And hey, look, I know where the bodies are buried, all these things, but there's something going on here. But no, that's not what, girl, it's gonna be okay.
Well, this is my thing.
Good. Man, F that. Somebody to go there and be like, let's do lunch. Let's have a heart to heart because something is going on here, and it can't always be the other person. And when it's never you, that's a red flag to me.
But to wrap it up,
yes.
We're at 31 minutes or what have you. I hate how people always show the happy part of marriage. Marriage is not like that. Marriage is hard. Marriage is like, you know what? For the last 3 months, you have got on my MF and nerves. I can't stand your ass. You be thinking in your mind, I'm about to divorce him. I got my, but
no, you even say you was a divorce. The therapist
said that I can say at this moment. So
oh my God.
Sometimes I say at this moment I want to divorce you.
You started doing that, but before that, you were throwing out there where I'm like, oh my God, it's like it ain't that serious.
Yes, I get in my feelings. I'm very emotional and dramatic, but that's that is the truth and the honesty about being married. It's a work in progress all the time. It's not perfect, and if you think it's perfect, you are dead wrong. And you think your parents or your grandparents had a perfect marriage, I can tell you for a fact. I know my grandparents did. My grandpa had over 20 some children and two different locations. So I know
Rolling Stone.
Don't you worry about that. He was 98 pounds soaking wet. But I'm just saying, if you think that relationships are like that and it'll be perfect, you don't need to get married. And you are not perfect. And I'm gonna have to sit down a friend and say, hey, people are different. It's a different time. If you really talk to your parents and get down and say, what did dad do or whatever, this is and that, you're gonna hear some stories and be like, damn, I'm gonna divorce him. But you gotta work. Sometimes you gotta work it out. Now, somebody putting their hands on you, leave, and it's mental
absolutely.
abuse or financial abuse. Of course, you leave. So that was my little tidbit.
Let me add one more thing to piggyback that, and we'll put a bow on this. The key thing in this was context and delivery and how you feel. Like going back to what you just talked about, we have been working on trying to communicate how we feel or what we're thinking without the recipient feeling like they're being attacked. Because as soon as you feel like you're being attacked, the conversation it's literally probably a waste of time. Because it's like either you're going to deflect, you're going to be defensive, or you're going to go low. And it's just, and the thing is like who is going to go the lowest, and then that can be you can go to a place where you cannot return from.
Yeah.
So we have been working on trying to communicate better.
It'd be my fault a lot of the time, like because I get low.
But I appreciate that. Like even like last night, like you had an issue with something. I didn't even push back. I went in and I adjusted it. You told me I appreciate you, and I just said, hey, look, I was being cheap. And then we had a little conversation about it, and then we moved on from it. I was just being told. I was like, there was no rhyme or reason for it. I was just looking at logistically.
No, you had a rhyme. You were being cheap, like you said.
Well, no, I'm talking about holistic. I was looking at logistics, and I was like, okay, is this, and this? Okay, well, let me try to find something that's not the lowest end, but on the lower end. And you were like, nah, I don't feel comfortable with that. And I was like, all right. And I just got up and I made an adjustment. You said, I appreciate you. And we talked about it and we just moved on from it. We have been working towards that. And we encourage everybody in relationships to do that. Okay. So with that being said,
we about to go eat.
Venus, is there any comments that you have before we wrap this up?
No, have a great week. Yeah.
All right.
I saying that with, I know it's gonna be busy for me this week. Oh well.
Yep. For me, as always, start of a new week. It's reset time. Go out there, find somebody to help. Hell, just call somebody to tell you love.
Yeah, that's big.
I call my sister. I call her. I messaged her. I said, "Hey, you and your husband, I love you."
Mm-hmm.
And it was based on that video I sent.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, I just ran to a total stranger, and it just kind of just resonated. It really hit home with me. Like I got emotional about the conversation that we had, and it was like 2 or 3 minutes. But go out there and help somebody, because as always, if you do a good deed for somebody else with no expectations in return, the world would be a better place.
Absolutely.
So until next time, be safe.
Bye. Well, let me edit it.